Well, hello and welcome back to the workshop. This is my entry for the TMC 2020 competition. That's a competition that's run by Emma's Spareroom Machineshop, and she's offering 3 awesome prize categories donated by some awesome people. So make sure you go and subscribe to their channels. I'll leave links below in the description. And my project is to make some hold downs that suit this oversized grinding vise. And when I had my small milling machine, I had this vise, and it's 100mm across the jaws, and it's a really nice vise. Everything's dead true about it, dead square, parallel, flat, and I'd like to be able to use it on the big mill. So what I've done is taken some measurements from this slot here, including where the curves in this piece start and end. And I've chosen some fixings. These are M10 class 12.9 socket head cap screws. That's about 3/8 of an inch for our American friends. I'm going to modify a drill bit to become a flat bottom drill to drill the counter bores for those. And just to get the proportions right, I did a drawing on my CAD program, and you can barely see the outline of the piece, but it's got a small protrusion here, and then a filler piece that stops chips getting underneath it, and then a tongue that sits into here. Now this is about the best I could get out of my CAD program printing, and I'm not very good at using it, so what I'm going to do is redraw this into something you can understand. Well, after sitting down and sketching this out, here's what I've come up with. So these hold downs need to be about 160mm long, 29 by 35.5. So I'll start by milling a rectangle block or a cuboid of that shape. They need 3 holes punching through them with a counter bore. So I've got an 18.5mm drill bit that I'll, as I've already said, I'll modify to make that into a counter bore tool. And they allow these M10 screws to sit in place. I don't know why, but this bit's ended up upside down. I didn't think I had too well with the drawing, but anyway, I can read it. Hopefully you can read it. If you guys have got any advice on drafting or drawing, then I'm all ears, because I'm brand new to this. But I think it'd be a useful skill to have, so I've got a couple of books that I've picked up recently, and I'm going to try to improve my drawing. But this will do for this project, so let's get to the machining. Well, there's my 2 blanks. They're 165 each. That gives me a couple of mil to clean up on both ends. Right, well, I've just sawn these 2 pieces to rough size. It's much more efficient to saw this off and not turn all this into chips on the milling machine. Much cheaper to buy bandsaw blades than milling cutters, so that's the way I've done it. here, so let's just have a little look. I want to try out one of my new mics from Ian. This part really doesn't need to be precise, but I might as well get a bit of practice in. So that's 29.615. Just try that again, that didn't feel quite right. $29.599. So we're looking at 16 microns thicker over here. And now that I've just touched it, it's probably 17 microns thicker. And of course, that discrepancy is why I'd like to have the grinding vise installed. So that's why this video exists. Last time I was able to measure the results that came off the grinding vise, I couldn't measure any errors, and I like that. I make enough mistakes on my own without the vise adding to the problems. So this is a lovely vise, but it's a little bit inaccurate if you're really trying to get a nice result. I'll use the grinding vise whenever I want some precision stuff, and this whenever I want a bit more holding power or a larger jaw width. Well, thanks for sticking with me. These are functional now, these are done. I've basically done a relief on the bottom so that they can clamp down. If you look at that, it doesn't go in till you lift it slightly. And designed it so that the heads are clear of the body and as close in as possible. And from the end, I'm not sure if you can see on the video, but there's very little clearance here and very little here. So the idea is that chips don't get under there and cause problems. Now there's definitely lots more I could do to these. I could add a chamfer so that there is less surface area for chips to land on. I could give these a better finish. They're just a milled finish at the moment from an indexable end mill. and if I wanted to make these look really nice, I'd probably draw file them and then hit them with some Scotch-Brite. And then I need to protect them from rust, so I would probably use some bluing. That'd be a good thing to do. And I might strip the zinc off of these with some acid and blue those as well, so that they match. I can't show you these in action because I need to make a set of T-nuts as well to really make these useful. My clamp kit is M14 and these are M10. But I will show you on the mill that the spacing all lines up and they're ready to use. Hopefully you can see that. These are not on T-nuts, as I said. I need to make some T-nuts yet, but there's just enough clearance here to allow this to clamp on this lip. And these centres are at 2.5 inches. And so if I really wanted to, I could leave one out, and you know, I could have the whole thing hanging off one side or the other. But with a turret mill, that's probably not necessary because I can slide the head forwards and backwards as I need to. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to all the channels below, Emma's and all the people that donated, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I may do a bit more to these in terms of blackening them and making T-nuts to suit and that kind of thing, and if I do, I'll bring you along for the ride.